My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Alexander Usyk announces that he will start training for his rematch with Anthony Joshua. So we're going to take a look at a few things. The first thing we're going to take a look at is an article. And just in the article, this is from SB Nation. It says Alexander Usyk will reportedly leave the Ukraine to prepare for Anthony Joshua rematch, which Usyk confirmed himself in this video that I'm going to show you in a second. All right.
В своей стране, чем... Всем добрый вечер. Я принял решение начать подготовку на матч-реванш с Энтони Джошуа. Таким образом, я больше и лучше помогу своей стране, чем я буду стоять в теробороне и бегать с автоматом по Киеву. Дорогие друзья, очень большое количество моих друзей позвонило мне, моих близких, и поддержало меня в этом. Злопыхатели. Добра вам еще. Радости и мира.
Why are we listening to this video like he's speaking English?
You said what?
Hey, stop it.
Yo, watch your mouth, G. We watched this video for the sign in the background when he lifted up. Hold on. Again. Let's get back. We were rudely interrupted by G. Let's watch when he lifts it up for the sign.
Yeah.
Thank you. See that sign in the background?
И все будет Украина.
All right. Now I will translate what he said for the people. Usyk said, I decided to start preparing for a rematch with Anthony Joshua. A large number of my friends support me. All the rest of the good and peace. Thank God for everything. That's what he said.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? G, watch your mouth, G.
You
You didn't know I was going to translate that, G. You didn't know I was going to translate that, G. All right, I'm going to turn it over to you, Conspiracy G, since you interrupted me. What's your reaction to Usyk leaving the Ukraine and announcing that he's going to start training for Anthony Joshua?
I mean, hey, man. Hey, you know me, man. It's always a good thing. I get to see a big fight. So, and if Usyk's comfortable, hey, I'm comfortable. You know, yeah. I mean, it's hard, man, because again, I gotta see this dude in training camp. I don't know how this war is gonna affect him. You know, I'm assuming right now they're at a ceasefire. So, you know, maybe now it's like, all right, yo, Ukraine's like, you know what, yo, please, Usyk, go represent our country. We need this victory. So maybe he's getting that backing from his people. And so that could be a great motivation for Usyk. You know what I mean? But who knows if Russia, you know, continues to invade Ukraine, that has to play on his psyche. You know what I'm saying? So that might interfere with his performance. So it's tough, man. But nonetheless, man, I'm happy that the fight's still happening. I just hope both gentlemen are fully prepared for this fight.
All right, Trill Dollar Bill.
I totally agree with you, G, man. I was sitting here thinking the same thing. I said, this is crazy because it's either, you know, Usyk can use this to build morale for the Ukrainian people, you know, and he feels like he can go out there and put on a spirited effort and get the dub again. That would be huge, you know, for the people. And then the other ways is like, I'm thinking like, where's his heart at? You know, because if his heart is with his people and he's thinking that, we don't know where Usyk's going to show up. You know, is this going to be the Usyk that's going to be like, I'm going, I'm thinking about my homeland, you know, and his mind's going, or is this going to be thinking about, I'm about to show out for my homeland? Because if that is, then, you know, we are in for an exciting fight, you know. It just comes down to focus. That's the key word, focus. And then if I hope that he's making the right decision, you know, and he feels because this once you get in between the square circle, man, you know, the excuses go out the window. And in boxing is unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that he's really focused and this is what he wants to do and he's gonna be all the way in 100%.
And also just to add, Trill, is another like factor in this. It could be like the Ukrainian people themselves are like, yo, you gotta knock this dude out. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. And you know, a lot of fighters, man, they internalize that. And it's like if they are used to just a game plan, they could win. But because they're doing it for, you know, other people and the fans, that might be that pressure to take more chances, more risks, which they can capitalize and knock them out, you know. So that's why this is risky, man. It's real risky.
Definitely. We done seen that plenty of times, you know, definitely.
TBE.
Oh man, this is tough, yo. I love Usyk. I love AJ. And Usyk to announce this news, it's bad news for AJ, man. I feel AJ can't win. AJ should not take this fight. Like the rematch is a lose-lose no matter what.
It's suicide.
It's career suicide for AJ, man. AJ, you're the nicest man in boxing. And for you to take this fight, it's like you're doing injustice to yourself. And when you fight this man, if you beat him, you lose. And if he beats you, you lose. And Usyk's not coming to lose.
I got a solution, man. I got a solution. This is the solution. If AJ beats Usyk, all AJ has to do is grab the Ukrainian flag and wrap it around Usyk and raise Usyk's hand, bro. Boom. You know what I mean? Excellent.
Chill.
You know what I'm saying?
Chill. This fight's gonna be legendary. And I just can't wait. Like the anticipation for this fight is like at its high right now. And you know, when we talked our trash when Usyk, I didn't believe in Usyk when he was gonna fight AJ. I was like, this mini week coming up to heavyweight to fight AJ? Hell nah. But nah, you know, I'm Usyk's biggest fan. I'm AJ's biggest fan. I'm conflicted with this fight, yo. But I love it.
Bars from Ned. AJ, you might lose. And even if you win, you lose. And Usyk's not coming to lose.
Amen.
that's the TBE's new single coming out called Win.
Nah, lose.
Flip it on him.
Yeah. You know, I think it's great. I think it's great news for Joshua. I think it's great news for Usyk. I think it's great news for the Ukraine. I think when you have someone as popular as Alexander Usyk and someone as talented as Alexander Usyk who represents your country, who was there while war was taking place, while there was danger, he stayed, and he was there representing his country. Now you get him in arguably the biggest fight of the year, the rematch, with your flag in every press conference, in all the interviews, spreading awareness, right? Hell, they could even start a GoFundMe, and Usyk can get people to donate money to the Ukraine, or he could start something where people could donate money to the Ukraine. It can go a long way. Then he fights Anthony Joshua. Win, lose, or draw, it's just going to be a victory. Because what he's been through to get to the ring, let's say he loses. Like G said, if Joshua goes over there, hugs him, and they both hold the Ukrainian flag up, that's still a big moment. That's still a big, and you already know Joshua got love and respect for the Ukraine based on this fight with Vladimir Klitschko, and Vladimir Klitschko is one of his mentors. So you know that he has a lot of love for the Ukraine. They do that, that's big. But imagine if he beats AJ with all that's going on,
Historic.
I'm telling you, he would be the closest thing to Muhammad Ali in terms of accomplishments. When you look at the stance Muhammad Ali took, not going to the Vietnam War, coming back, being a 3-time heavyweight champion. When you look at Usyk being undisputed at cruiserweight, moving up to Olympic gold medalists, because both of them Olympic gold medalists. Muhammad Ali, Olympic gold medalist. Alexander Usyk, Olympic gold medalist. Right? Muhammad Ali, 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. Alexander Usyk, undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Now he's a unified heavyweight champion of the world. He just had a situation where he was at war for his country. Now he comes and he beats AJ again. That's like iconic status to me. That will stamp him as one of the all-time greats if he wins this fight. And if he loses, everyone's going to understand, like, bro, what you've been through, the fact you even just got in this ring, fam, is a victory. So I think it's a win-win for both guys. You know, if AJ wins, perhaps there are going to be some people out there who are saying, like, well, you wouldn't have beat Usyk if he wasn't going through what he was going through. So you know what? Trilogy then. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got Trails.
Please let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who you rocking with. It's the Boxing Bros.